Hi, it's me again, Steve Kruger, and this is the next YouTube video in my series for you, the watercolor beginner. As I mentioned previously in some of my other videos, my goal is to get you hooked and to get you comfortable in the watercolor medium. So we're on a journey together. Now, I'm having fun doing these videos. I upload my videos to a good friend, and he does all the editing. So we're a team working together on this. And my goal, I could be painting pretty pictures all day long and showing you how to do that. That's not the way you, the beginner, are going to learn as far as I'm concerned. You got to take it step by step. Now, the one thing I stressed was be sure and get lots of inexpensive paper from the Dick Blick catalog. And I'm demonstrating on inexpensive paper. You get 50, sometimes 100 sheets for $30, $40. That's how you're going to learn. Paint, mix colors. Now I'm sticking to the three colors that I started with in my previous videos, and that's the ultramarine blue, the burnt sienna, and the hooker's green. I don't want to get you confused, so we're going to do that. Now, in my previous video, I showed you how to do trees. Hopefully you had fun playing around with that and you're getting comfortable doing the trees. Well, you got to add leaves. So this video, I'm going to show you how to, I'm going to demonstrate how to do leaves using a fun technique. And I think you're going to like it. And my goal is to get you started with the trees, and then the leaves, and then next, who knows, I'll probably do skies. I'll do show you how to do grass and meadows, how to do rocks, on and on. So step by step, it's going to be fun, and just keep painting. So here we go with we're going to put leaves on the trees. All right, this is going to be a demonstration on leaves, and it's what I call my spray bottle technique. I think you're going to find it, like I said in my intro, I think you're really going to like it. So here we go, leaves. Lots of different ways to make leaves. Now, this is a print by a gentleman by the name of Ted Rose. He passed maybe 8 years ago. He was, in my opinion, one of the best watercolor artists I've ever seen. I was a little biased because I worked for a railroad for 30 years, starting as a switchman, coupling up rail cars and things like that, and then retiring in management. But railroads have always interested me. So let's take a look at this. Let's say Mr. Rose dropped in this green right here. Not much variations. Let's face it, boring. What makes this, look at this, this just opens everything up, this pale, hot, muggy August sky, and he drops these, the leaves in. Let me get this up a little closer. And these are what I call sky holes, and they make the picture just beautiful. Now, as I said, I work for a railroad, and I've done lots of different railroad-themed artwork. And this is a watercolor I did probably 15 years ago. So let's see. Let me get this up just a little bit. Okay, this is, of course, Conrail locomotive, this train coming down a hill. Now, there's, like I said, lots of different ways to make leaves. Your eye tells you these are trees, even though they're just a light wash of green, and this is burnt sienna and another mixture, I don't know what. And then I either scratch these tree trunks in or use masking fluid. And I'll explain masking fluid in future videos. But you've got this real busy foreground, so you don't want a busy tree in the back of this train. So that is one thing as far as my railroad pictures. This is a print I did for, let's see, a local railroad museum. And of course, I was too young to see steam, but steam locomotives always interest me. But They had this steam locomotive at the Railroad Museum, so I did a rendition of it. But I wanted to show you these trees. Using my spray bottle technique, it took maybe 10 minutes. Just I spritzed some water on and dropped some pigment in. And I got this look in 3, 4, 5 minutes. And this is the look you're going to be able to do using this technique. Okay, again, I don't want to make this too long, so let me show you another thing. Back in, I think it was probably 1980, I was in Savannah, Georgia, and I picked up this book. This is a famous artist, really famous back in the 1900s, 1900, let's see, he was born in late 1800s, but his name is Maxfield Parrish, just a wonderful artist, but he's in oil. But still, I looked at this tree, I thought, how did he do this? Look at all those sky holes. He had real dark, look at that dark up against this green. That makes it pop, and then he laid this color over the pale yellow cloud. Just a fantastic painting. So I tried to emulate that, and I did this painting for my pastor, and I dropped in, well, as you can see, I put in the yellow cloud back there, and then dropped in these the leaves. And that really makes it pop. This dark black up against the, as it goes, the sunlight disappears at the bottom of the tree usually, so that dark really makes it pop. Now, what was I going to, I was going to say, I'm going to be painting this demonstration using ultramarine blue, burnt sienna, and Hooker's green. Just to keep it simple, because I'm just teaching the technique. I didn't want to drop too much color in. I want you to get this technique down using the spray bottle. Now, in my future video, one of my videos coming up, I'm going to use color. And this is kind of fun. This could be a big bush, tree, whatever. But look at this technique, the little sky holes. You can't get this unless you use the spray bottle technique, which I'm about to show you. So if you're going to pursue watercolor, you are a beginner, get yourself some cadmium orange, cadmium yellow, and quinacridone rose. Ooh, I pronounced it finally correctly. Well, I screwed it up there. But get this. And, of course, watercolor tubes. Go to your Dick Blick catalog and order your watercolors. And we will, next video down the road, we'll start using color. So here we go. It's time for me to demonstrate. All right, this is the finished product. This is what I'm going to demonstrate. And I finished this, yesterday afternoon. Now let me show you. On one of my previous YouTube videos, I showed you how to do trees. And of course, I'll lay this tree in coming up. And here are the leaves. And this is the technique I'm going to show you, how to do these leaves. And I'm going to show you how to do that using, I kind of call this my magic spray bottle. Let me get this out of the way. If you live in the United States, you live close to a Walmart, you can get this bottle for around $3, $4. It has an adjustable tip, and I've adjusted this so that droplets come out. You don't want a spray or a stream of water coming out, and you don't want mist. You want droplets, and that's what I'll be. That's the technique I'm going to show you how to do these leaves coming up. Now, there's lots of different ways to do leaves, but we're just going to stick with this technique using this spray bottle. Now, I'm going to be demonstrating on the Richardson 135 watercolor paper. that I demonstrated in my initial YouTube video for you, the beginners. And again, this is for you, the beginner. I'm trying to show you techniques, of course, to give you confidence. I could be painting pretty picture all day long, but what I'm teaching you or demonstrating is techniques to give you confidence. So this is the Richardson 135. Remember, you can get 50 of these sheets for something like $30 using your Dick Blick catalog. Now this Richardson paper has, let's see if I can get this up. It has a grain to it, or a tooth, for lack of a better word, but it's got this grain to it. And on the back side, it's smooth. So that's what I'm going to be demonstrating on to come up with this look, this tree. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and before I start painting the leaves and start demonstrating this leaf technique using the spray bottle, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm just going to do a real quick, what would you call it? A quick primer to show you what I can accomplish with this spray bottle. Now, as I said, I've adjusted this tip so that droplets come out, and I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to use just plain India ink to really show you what you can do using this technique. So here we go. I'm holding this up about a foot away from the paper. Okay, see those droplets? Now this is what you want to do. This is how you can create the leaves. You can do dark spots like this. You can do little leaves coming out. And again, I'll show you now using, let me see. Remember, these are the inexpensive brushes I showed you that I got from, you can get these brushes from Dick Blick. Now, again, this is to show you that you have to come in dark in these little droplets. I've got burnt sienna and ultramarine, burnt sienna and hooker's green, and I'll show you coming in dark. Okay. This is what I'm going to be demonstrating, and I just wanted to show you how things explode when you drop. This is called wet into dry. With these droplets, of course, they're wet. You touch the droplet and they explode up against the dry, and they create these little sky holes. Let's see here. I'll get this real dark. Now let's do this, so show what happens. So this is what we're going for. This is just a real quick demo to show you what I'm going to be demonstrating. Let me get this up. So that's what you can do on just inexpensive. This is just inexpensive watercolor paper. So here we go. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's make a big tree. Lots of leaves up here. And I've got two brushes, one for little detail, making the leaves as they spread out, and this will be for, we'll start with this brush right here. Okay, have your paper for blotting, and I'm rolling the hooker's green and burnt sienna together, and we'll see what comes up here. Where's my spray bottle? Okay, here we go. We're going to run the top off the page, and we're going to work down. Yeah, that's pretty green. So let's get more burnt sienna. Okay, let's see. I'm going to raise this up so the water, see the water's coming down now. Okay. And we'll just kind of, we'll work fast. Make this out. Let's bring this off the page. And we'll leave, oops, am I in the, yeah, there we go. We'll leave a big sky hole right here. Okay, that's kind of fun. Now we're getting there. Okay, now I'm switching to my little detail brush here. This one. And we'll bring the leaves out like so. And let's run this off. Now with these sky holes, okay, sorry about that. We can put branches in here, dark branches, and that'll show. That'll give a nice effect. Okay. All right, how we doing? We'll get some. Okay, I got too much water up here. I'm blotting just a little bit. Gotta leave some sky holes. Let's bring this up. And let's get more Hooker's green. Now, if you have too many sky holes, you just put some pigment in, and of course that gets rid of it. Okay, am I liking this tree? Yeah, this is good. Now, as we go further down, we'll make it a little bit darker. Contrast, contrast, right? Okay, bring that out. Leave a sky hole there. Too much water. I'm blotting. I'm just blotting real gently. You don't slam it in. You just gently blot it. Okay. All right. Let's do some down here. And let's bring this out. Oops, too much water. So you're going to have to experiment with this. I've been using this technique for, geez, over 30 years. So you have to have a light touch, and then you have to have a heavy touch. See how I'm heavy touch? If I can explain that, to really lay the pigment down to get a dark spot. And I'm bringing the leaves. Let's bring the leaves down. Bring them out like so. Yeah, this is kind of fun right here. Okay. Yeah, we're getting a pretty big tree here. Let's eliminate some of the sky holes. And let's bring it down. See, I just real quick tap on this. You don't push down real hard, because then you get a real splatter. You just tap, tap, tap to get these droplets. Okay, now, where's my other brush here? Ah, crap. Okay, we'll use this brush. I'm going to mix the ultramarine blue in with the burnt sienna to get a real dark. Let me show you that. That's almost too blue. Okay. And let's bring that down. See how dark that is? Let me get that up here. Okay, we're getting almost too many leaves. I could put some more color in here and get rid of these sky holes, but I'm just going to leave it like that. You get the idea. So we're bringing this down. This is the bottom. Sun's coming from the top, and now let's say, do I like that? Maybe I don't, so I'll just blot it. You can bring the tree up, you can bring the tree down. Okay. Now let's drop some dark in up here. And let's bring the leaves out like so. All right, do we like this? Yeah. Now you can move it around. I'm getting a glare here, but you can move it around. See how this water is running? That's going to give you, sometimes you'll get what I call a bloom, where the wet is going into the dry, and it'll give you, I'll let this dry and I'll show you the effects of me moving this around. Oh, that's pretty busy. Okay, you got to know when to stop. So we're going to make it real dark down here. Bring it down, bring it up. Bring some of the dark up like so. All right, that's a pretty busy tree. So I'll let this dry. I'm going to move the water back and forth off camera. You could spend about 15-20 minutes just doing this, watching it dry, moving the water around. Experiment, I'll be back. Okay, everything's dry. Let me give you a close-up on this. This is pretty good right here. Got the leaves coming out. I should have dropped maybe a little more Hooker's green. I like that green mixed in, but well, you can see I kind of like that look. I used a pen and put a little branch in. I'll show you how to do that later on. So this is a look you can get. Now, let's see. I did this a couple days ago. You can do this and bring the meadow up and make a bunch of little trees, or with this, I could make maybe one big tree and a branch coming off. That would bring the tree forward. This pushed everything back. One of my next videos, I'll show you how to do a meadow like this. So here we go. We're going to put in trees. Maybe we'll put in a couple trees like this. I kind of like these gnarly trees. They're fun. So let's see what we can do. All right, I am mixing ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. And let's see, you just never know what kind of tree you're going to come up with. So where's my brush? Where's my brush? Oh, here it is. Okay, I have blotting paper. Now, just like in my previous video on doing trees, we'll do a tree coming up. We'll make this kind of have a big base and kind of curve it. So here we go. Okay, I got to put in a little bit more water. Dropping in just plain water. And we'll kind of turn it gray. I'm mixing a little bit more ultramarine blue in. And let's bring up, oops. So, and we'll blot just a little bit, get a little contrast. And let's put in a little more burnt sienna down here. All right. And let's get just real quick. I could use a pen for this, but I'm just doing real quick using a pencil. Okay, do we like this tree? I think we might just walk away and let all this mix. We're getting a couple blooms here. Let's bring this up. And let's make it real dark down here. Once it gets under the tree leaves, you kind of make it dark. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. I don't know if I like this. And let's just do right here. Yeah, that's going to be a fun tree. I'll be back. All right, here we got our leaves. Oops, got a little paint there. Here's the tree. Now I could go ahead and paint some more trees, skinny trees coming up, but you get the idea. Now again, like I always say, know when to stop. I think this gives you a pretty good grounding on how to create these leaves, how to do the trunk, the tree trunk, but it's kind of boring. Blob of leaves up here, nothing down here. So let's just, we'll put some leaves coming out like so. And okay, you get the idea. And we'll just put a little branch up. So, also, I could bring the leaves out here, but you get the idea. Also, I kind of just wanted to bring this up just a little bit. Do I like that? Yeah. Okay, now, the one thing also, sometimes, let's dry this here. You can take a pen, one of these Micron, I like these, and you can highlight, and let's bring that up, oops, like so. Now this is up to you. They make real thin pens like this. I mean the thin the thin tip. They come in different widths, of course. So and bring the leaves up or bring a branch up like that. So you get the idea. Now the one thing, oops, before I close, the main thing I'm trying to get across, see all this paper? I've got just tons of more of paper left. So that's what I want to get across to you. If you have all this paper, see what you can do on inexpensive paper. This is Richardson. 135, 50 sheets for something like $30. Paint, 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 paint. Keep practicing, keep practicing. When you first try this, it's going to be all messy And well, it could be, or you might get the technique down right away. But the thing is, with watercolor, with the techniques I'm trying to show you, it's something you got to practice. And this paper will give you the comfort and the confidence once you keep painting to come up with something like this. So, oh, and I laid this tape down. Of course, I ran the tape over some lint so it wouldn't pull up the paper. So, oops, and it is pulling up the paper. Oh well, that's the way it is. So, this is what I want you to just try. And have one last look at it. So, have fun, and everybody have a great day.